Hello and welcome to ModSauce 2. I've been looking at my armour that I'm currently wearing, and it's starting to get a little down there and possibly time to replace it. So I thought today we might start looking at improving the armour and maybe moving towards some magical armour like blood magic. So let's get started. Now, my helmet back on. So I've been a little busy, as you can see from the kill count, and I've been playing around with the skeletons and making us some nether stars. And I haven't quite got my flight back yet, but I'll probably do that very soon. But first thing I thought we'd do is, a few weeks ago I actually found this little cave area here, just down here. We actually see it when we came in from the top. There was a little cavern thing, and I came down here and saw this. We've got a view out here. So what I thought I'd do is maybe put our blood magic altar down here, because it's quite a big cavern. It's out of the way, and I've already started. I've dug out the walls here, just to give me an idea on how big we're looking at. And it is quite a big area. So what I'm going to do first up is I'm going to clean this out and probably do it up. I've got a few ideas on how I want it to look. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll come back when that's done. Okay, so as you can see, I've made a bit of I've hollowed it out, and I have given it a tinted glass floor, which at the moment doesn't actually look that interesting, because of course there's nothing down there. But once we actually get the stuff in there for the blood magic, it should look really quite cool. I've used these anti-blocks, which are really dark black. They used to, if you noticed in the speedy up, but the at some points I was placing them down. I placed them down wrong. I couldn't find where they were. Hopefully I caught them all. I'm sure I'll find out later on. But of course the light just sucked into them, and you can't see anything from them, which actually like makes them look very black. And it also makes the glass actually look like it's a purpley color. But as I said, once we get the rest of the blood magic stuff in here, it should look really good. So my next thing that I'm going to do, I still need to work out what I'm going to do with the roof. I'll probably have to think about that. Next thing I'm going to have to do though is I'm going to work out exactly where the altar needs to be. It needs to be in the center. This room should be big enough for a tier 5 altar. Possibly won't go to a tier 6. I don't think I have a need for it. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'll work out where the middle is, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I've made the altar, and I've also made a sacrificial knife. So I put this here down in the middle. So the next thing we're going to do is we need to have a little bit of prick. And there you go. So we've got some stuff in there. That's working. The good thing about having the withers, of course, is that I have managed to create some, what are they called? Red heart canisters, which go together with the iron amulet of incineration, which of course gives me a 2.5 bonus on hearts. It does mean, of course, that this thing will regenerate much faster. But it's not the only thing I want to do, so I'm just going to have something to eat. So that's given us that. Now, to make the next thing, what do we need? It's called an orb. It's just the weak blood orb, is it? I think so. Yeah, I think it's the weak, so it requires a diamond. I can do that back in a second. Okay, so diamond. One of those. While I'm here, I also want to make what is called a environment. One of these guys from RF Tools. Reasonably easy to make, I hope. A block of diamonds. Ooh, there's a lot. That's quite a bit of diamond. I do have enough though. Block of iron, I think one of those. Block of gold might be a struggle. No, cool. Okay, so ooh, what am I missing? Block of emerald. Cool. One environmental controller. And we also would like one of these guys, which requires a syringe, which actually requires a bottle. of those. For a syringe. That. We also need everything else I've got, I think. And Regeneration Plus requires 2 more syringes. Okay, well, let's craft up 2 more of those then. And it requires Iron Golem. Okay. Iron Golems aren't too difficult. Iron blocks. Do we have any? Do we not have any iron blocks? Oh, I thought I had a whole bunch of them. Okay. Let's craft up. So craft some of those up. I'll let that craft up, and I'll come back when I'm ready to fight the golems. Okay, let's put that on there. 1 iron golem. Now this is going to be fun. So we need to prick him with that. And we just keep pricking him until I don't really like him because he's a friendly guy. But we need to fill the syringe up here. That one there's full. Good thing is we can actually do it all, hopefully with the 1 golem. He's not attacking me back. He's running away though. This makes me feel so bad, but I really would like the regeneration from this. So those, how are we going? A4. That should give us enough. And sorry, Mr. Golem. Jetty misery. Thank you though for your contribution. So we'll go back out here. We'll go back in here, I should say. And we should now be able to make one of those. And one of those. So that should give us a regeneration free bonus. I will need to run some cabling, which will be interesting, but let me just do this first. So what this thing does is it lets you give an effect. So for example, it takes when we're pricking ourselves to get the LP, it will fill us up much quicker because of course we'll have a regeneration effect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a entrance to the underpiece here. You can see what I mean by it's difficult to see what's actually here. But yeah, so I'm going to put this down here for now. Probably there. That makes things a little bit easier to see. Oh, there is a block there. Oh, and a pair of... These things are fun to work with. I think there's another block around here somewhere, but there it is. Stand there. Oh. So, we open this guy up and we stick in a Regeneration 2 module. We don't want a large radius, probably only about 5 blocks, because it only needs to be within the thing. We are currently standing at Y level. That's weird. It's pushing me down. 67. So we need probably about between 69. Actually, I might go up there and just see what level it is. So we need it about here. So about 70 to 72 is all it needs to cover. So if we go 70 to 72, and what that stops is it means it uses less power. Mainly because if it's, see, it only takes 5 RF per tick now. Whereas of course if it's protecting a large area, then it takes more power to actually run it. And now I think I'm gonna run some cables, so I will do that and come back in a moment. Okay, so as you can see, the environmental controller is got a little fanning animation on it, which indicates it's working. And if we go up here, hopefully, and we get close to it, we should see that we get an effect. Yep, regeneration free, and there's also a little icon up in the top corner, which of course I'm pointing to, and you can't actually see that, so that's not very helpful. But um, that's it there, and that indicates that we are regenerating. So you can also of course see the hearts doing their thing. So in theory, if we now grab the sacrificial knife again, and we prick ourselves a few times, so it still goes down, but it's not as bad as it was. We need to put the diamond into there, and hopefully if everything's working correctly, that should give us our first orb. Taking an awfully long time to do it. I feel like I might have done the wrong thing. Definitely a diamond for the first one. Orb. Oh, there it is. Just in time. And always make sure you right click to bind it to yourself, and it will then say current owner nzHook, which means it's now mine. And that lets us do our first tier of crafting with blood magic. So next thing we need to do is start working on the next tier, which I believe requires some stone. I don't think I've got any actual plain old stone on me at the moment. No. So I'll just go get some stone, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so if we stick one of these in there, actually cook away. And hopefully if I've done it correctly, do a couple more of those, there we go, it's done exactly what I wanted. So that's our first, so I'll take that out. One of the things that annoys me about this is you have to use empty hand, but it puts the item into your empty hand, which means you've got to take it out. But we could do that. This piece is pretty boring at the moment. But what I'm going to do is I'll do the first couple, and then I'll work on some automation to make it a bit more easier to do. Anybody who's watched the last few videos will probably know exactly how I'm going to automate it. Yeah, it's not taking too long. But anyway, I'm going to, as I said, I'll just fill this guy up a bit more. And I'll just go craft do some more of these and come back when I've got them. Okay, so I have now, as I said, automated the process. And what'll happen if I throw some stone into there, it'll take some out, stick it into here, it'll do its stuff, and then puts it into here. It will also only do 3 at a time, rather than pick up the whole stack, so you can see it hasn't taken them out. And once those are finished, it will stick them to here. For those people who want to see it, it's a pretty easy recipe. I've got a condition which says that the blood altar, it's a liquid condition, sorry, it says the blood altar has to have at least 5 buckets of life essence in it before to do anything. And you just saw in the background there it made some blank slats. If it's got 5 buckets of life essence, then it will take an item out of the input chest. In fact, yeah, so item out of the input chest, and it will stick it into the blood altar. It takes any item, so it's match all, and a maximum of 3 at any one time. Which means if there's 1 in there, it'll take 2 out of here and make up the 3. But only, of course, if they're the same item. And now there's not enough life essence in there, it's just stopped making any more. Even though there's some more in here, because of course it doesn't have enough buckets in there. So I'm just going to do a bit more pricking. And there you go, you can see it's filling it up again. I could make it more magical in terms of its condition. So I could say if there's less than the requirement, then it will go down a different path and wait until there's more than a certain amount before going down here. But for now, I think this will do. I'll probably end up changing it later on anyway as we get further into blood magic. But as you can see, it does all the work for me. All I've got to do is keep the LP in the actual altar, which with of course the regeneration effect is pretty easy because I can just do this every now and then, making sure of course I don't kill myself. And it doesn't take too long to get everything back up, and yeah, as you can see, it just fills it up, and the process just keeps going on and on, going on. So that gives us 12, which should be plenty for now for what we need to do. Well, actually, it gives us more than that, doesn't it? It gives us 16. So let's go upstairs, and I will craft up our next thing, which we need some runes. I think we just probably don't need anything special, right? Just normal runes, which is just some stone and our orb. So put that into there. One. Oh, of course, it doesn't like the fact that I've got that. Let's put those in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, just enough. Cool. That should let us do a upgrade. It looks like I might. Yeah, I need one more. So let me just go get the other one I need, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I have the extra one I need. Now, if I remember correctly, it's that there plus the ore, which I think we just went back in the system. Yep, did. How's the configuration for it? Is that not how it's done? Okay. It's called the sigil. It is this guy here. Oh, it's some glass. Okay. Should be able to do that. I say I should be able to do it, but I can't. So let's make some more glass. 20 should be perfect. Here's all we need. Boom, boom. Oops. One divination sigil, and this will just let us track where we're up to. So if I right click there, I have more on my LP network than I thought I did. go back down here though. How are we going down here? So we need to do that. And click on that, and so that's about 2 buckets worth currently in there, which is a lot less than I thought it would be. And that should make it a bit more high. Yeah, so there's 5 buckets. So the good thing about putting a liquid condition on the factory manager here is that when you get low, it doesn't just take all the LP out. And as I said, I will make it so that this is a bit more advanced later on, because there's certain things we'll need to be able to do to automate some of the processes I'll be working on. However, what we can do now, let me just, oh, I know where that is, give me a second. Okay, now that I've pulled this out of the charger, I might go down here, and so we need to put one, I'll just put that into the normal mode, just so we don't take out the chests or anything. We need to put one there, one there, one there. So this is our first level, and when I put these guys in, it should upgrade the tier to be tier 2. I do have plans for the middle here, so I'll just take that out. So if we go back up there, in fact, I should be able to do it from here, I think, because I can hit it from there. Tier 2, awesome. So let's upgrade things. I believe the next thing we need is an emerald. Actually, what I might do first, yeah, I might run the AE, might run some AE down here first. So I'll go do that, and I'll come back once I've done that. Okay, so now I've created an ME terminal, which will make it a little bit easier to pull stuff out. And I need myself an emerald, which if we stick that in there, if we stick it in here, should take that out first, I think. And then we will do the bricky. Yep, that's cool. And we just stab ourselves a few times. And hopefully this will create us the next level orb. Hopefully. Any moment now. One of the things I don't like about blood magic is it's a very grindy process at the beginning. Until we can get to a lot higher tiers, a lot of this pricking yourself in order to get the blood that you need. So that gives us tier 2. We've got the tier 2 orb. We need to, of course, bind that to us. It should now, should now say it's owned by nzHook, which it does. So that gives us a tier 2. What I'm going to do, 14 of those, plus 3 more. The next thing we need to do is work on the next level in. So let's go find our rune. Now initially I'm not going to do a lot of the extra bits and pieces that come with it. You know, I'm not going to go through and make all these speed runes or augmented runes or any type of stuff at the moment. I might do it later on, but initially I'm just going to make basic runes to get us to where we need to be. So put those into there. It didn't give us many. Place those to there. It's another 8. I was about to take out the base, but that's not what I want to do. So the next tier needs to be 1 down and 1 in. So it would be there. And we can just walk under that, that's good. So we need to run that along. I think we've got one of those rogue anti-blocks here. Easy way to find out is to stick. Oh, wheel was sticking a bit. Stick one of those there. And there. There it is. You see what I mean by they're very difficult to see. Anyway, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need another one there. My wheel is playing quite a bit. There it is. Okay. I can't remember if we need one in the corner. No, because we need glowstone, don't we? So one, yeah, one there, and then we need one there, and one there. Cool. So I'm gonna get some more of those. And once I've got enough of these runes, I'll be back for the next process. Okay, so that's all the side blocks done. What I might do is I put the glass there. I don't know if you actually need to have one at the bottom corners here, but I'll put one there anyway. And what I'm going to do on the top is I need to build up one. So what I was thinking I might do, if I can actually select it, let's play with carpenters and see what that does. So prism slope, one of those, and some of those. I think I can use that as well, so we'll put that over there. So let's put one of those there. That looks quite weird. Can I use it the way I want it to though? I wonder if that'll work, because that looks quite cool. Oh, I need some glowstone, don't I? Oh, what did I do? Glowstone. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, if I put that there, that's gonna. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Do the same thing here. No, there. Oh, that's cool. Join together. Didn't know that. But anyway, I want to change that to be a prismy. Is that the same one? No. That guy there. One more. In fact, I might do that with the other two too. So that's. There's a way. Is that there? Prism slope? Wedge slope. Wedge slope? No, it doesn't look like a wedge slope. Prism slope. Looks like a prism slope to me. Try and see what happens. See, that looks like a prism slope. Okay, so in the hotbar it's called a prism slope, and the whaler it's called a wedge slope. Awfully helpful. Put that one there as well though. And hit it like that. Stick a piece of glowstone on top. Like that, and like that. Now the question is, if I hit this guy, tier 3. Nice. That's quite cool. Okay, what I can put under there? I wonder if I should put glowstone or something under there, because that would look quite cool too, wouldn't it? I might do that. Let's grab some more glowstone to make it look stylish. I'm gonna need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. One like that. One like that. One like that. One like that. Is that still tier 3? Yes, it is. I don't think I've got any more those things left, so I might actually leave it for now. But that's cool. We've got a tier 3. That will let us go a bit further into the process. I think the next thing I need... I was going to make a dagger of sacrifice, but it's actually probably quicker. Rather than spawning mobs, it's probably quicker to just prick ourselves. So blood magic. The next thing I'm looking for is the ritual diviners. And they've added a new one since I last year. Dusk and Dawn runes. So that requires a tier 3, which I've got. And I think I need one of these to make the diamond sword thingy. But for now, I think what I'll do is between now and then, I'm gonna make up some more carpenter's wedges. Carpenter's blocks are up here. Make it look a little cooler. But like the bottom. Although it's awesome. And I'm then going to craft up the various bits I need for the diviner here. But I won't actually assemble it until the episode, and then I can show you the next step in this process. And I'll also start working on the next. I'll also try and get some more. What are those things called again? Blood runes up and running, and possibly also look at what are the other things called ritual stones, because they're quite a lengthy process as well. So I'll try and craft all those up and be ready for the next episode with some of those. So I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. It does mean a lot to me. But if you have enjoyed the video, or you found anything interesting in it, hit that like button. It means even more. If you want to follow along with the series and be notified when new videos come out, hit that other subscribe button. If you've got any comments, suggestions, problems with your own setup, leave a comment below. But otherwise, have a great day, and see ya!